Today will discuss about the sensor and transducers. This is the one subject. So in this subject, first we will discuss about the what is the sensor. Se- Sensor is a device that detect the physical condition or presence of element in environmental and convert into a readable signal typically. So first we will discuss the key function of the sensors. The key function of sensor. So detecting the environmental variables such like pressure, temperature, motion, and convert it into a measurable output, enabling the automation and monitoring controlling system. So for example, a temperature sensor. So temperature sensor we will discuss about the which sensor detect the temperatures. Pressure sensor, the pressure is measured like fluid, gases. We can discuss about the pressure sensor. Pressure sensor may be Vernon tube. Temperature sensor may be thermocouple, thermistor, RTD. These are the light sensors. Sense the light intensity like photodiode, LDR. Photodiode means when light incident, so it generate the electric output. Similarly, LDR light depend resistance and light incident its resistance will changes. Then second we will discuss about the what are the transducers. Transducer is a device which convert the energy one form to another forms. While sensor are technically transducer, but not all transducers are sensor. All sensor may be transducer, but all transducer are not the sensors. So key function of transducers: first, converting the physical quantity into mechanical quantity, vice versa. Second, surveying a interface between the two physical world in electronics and system. This is a type of transducer, called input transducer, which convert the physical signals into electrical signal. Suppose that we talking about the microphones, pressure sensor. These are the input transducers. And output transducers, which convert the electrical signal into physical signal. Suppose that speaker and motor are the output transducers. What the difference between the sensor and transducers we can also discuss right now. So first, what is a sensor? Are devices that detect the change in physical parameter. Sensor means devices that detect the change in physical parameter. Suppose that we want to measure the temperature, so pressure, level, anything we can use the sensors and its output are readable signal. Second, we'll talk about the transducers are devices that convert energy from one form to another form, mechanical to electrical, electrical to mechanical. Such devices are called transducers. Second, sensors measure a specific parameter like light, temperature, pressure, while transducer convert the output of sensor into usable electrical signal, which output we have got from the signals that can be converted into usable by the sensor, sorry, by the transducers. Sensor often raw signal produce a voltage or current. Transducers produce a signal that typically processed or amplified for further usage. Last, we will talk about the sensor example. Thermistor, photodiode, strain gauge are the example of sensors. While transducers example, thermocouple are the heat to thermocouple piezoelectric devices are the example of transducers. So thermistor says the temperature and convert it into its output maybe it will be resistance. Second, photodiode when light incident on it produce the electrical current. strain gauge is when light incident on it photo this is thermocouple. It says the temperature and its output will be voltage. So now we will discuss the functional element of measurement system. A measurement system is designed to measure the physical quantity and convert into readable output. It is divided into functional elements that perform the specific tasks. So the block diagram of functional element measurement system is shown in figure. So we will discuss one by one block diagram of the functional elements of the measurement system. पहला primary sensing element. What is the primary sensing element? So function of primary sensing element is directly sense the physical quantity to be measured, like temperature, pressure, displacement. So these are physical quantity that can be sensed by the directly by primary sensing element. For if we want to sense the temperature, so we can use the thermocouple. If we want to sense the load, stress, so then we can use the strain gauge. Second block we will discuss. This is the variable conversion element. What is the function of variable conversion now? To convert the sensed signal into another form suitable for further processing. If we have got the signal from the primary sensing element, that signal we have to further process, so we can use the variable conversion element. Sometimes variable conversion we can not use if we got the signal from the primary sensing element is sufficient. So variable conversion elements like resistance, RTD, and convert into the resistance. The pressure transducers convert pressure into electrical signal. And third block we will discuss about the variable manipulation element. What is the function of variable? So the modifies or amplifies the converted signal into make it suitable for transmission or analysis. This signal we have got the variable conversion element that signals maybe need to amplify or modify because variable after get be after variable conversion element which signal we have got that strength is not sufficient for transmission and that strength is not sufficient for analysis. So that's why variable manipulation element used. This is the example of variable manipulation which can be we can use the amplifier to boost the if the signal is very low, so we have to use the we can use the amplifier or pre-amplifier to boost the low voltage signals into high amplitude signal. For filter used to remove the noise. If signal which we have got from the previous output like manipulation like a variable conversion elements which has more noise, so we can use a filter to remove the noises. Third, third is the data transmission element. What is that function? The transfer the manipulated signal from one location to another location. So this is the main function of the data transmission element. So, so we can use the two ways. पहला electrical wire for transmission signal, दूसरा fiber optics for transmission the optical signal. Suppose that if a sensor is used in a primary element, the thermocouple, which is sensed in a field which is a sensing temperature, that that temperature's reading is converted into voltage. That voltage we want to send the control room. So that time we can use the data transmission element. And next we will discuss the data processing element. What is the function of the process of signal into readable format or performance the calculation to drive the desired output. So we want to get the desired output. So for that analysis we need to calculate or analysis the which signals we have got the data transmission element, so that after analysis we can get the desired measurement signals. Suppose that for which we can use the analog to digital converter ADC. Second, we can use the signal processing, also the microprocessor for signal processing. Two things we can use. And last, the data presentation element. What is the function of data presentation element? Display or record the processed data for further uses. For this we can use the analog gauges or display. If suppose that we want to again use that signal as a feedback for feedback element, so that we can use the correction, so that we have to record record, maintain and display. So that's why data processing element can be used. What is the functional element? So right now we will discuss about these, which instrument can be used, the functional element in this measurement system. So पहला, so functional element for this. So first, what is the instrumentation? So first, the functional elements, in the functional elements of the instrument, which instrumentation involves. What is the first? We will discuss about the what is the meaning of the instrumentation. The instrumentation involves devices that used to measuring, monitoring, and controlling the physical quantity like temperature, pressure, displacement. Every instrument has a functional element that perform the specific role in the measurement process. So first, primary sensing. We will discuss about the primary sensing element. This is the part of instrument that the primary. So this is the part of instrument that first interact with the quantities being measured, and it sends the input physical quantity and produce the output different form. Suppose that if we want to measure the temperatures, pressure, anything for temperature measurement, we can use the thermocouple for measure the temperature, and that thermocouple produce the output voltage in form of voltage. Suppose that we want to measure the pressure, so we can use the pressure sensor that gives the pressure in input pressure and electrical output, maybe non-electrical output to the pressure transducer. So what is the function of primary sensor? To convert the physical quantity into mechanical, electrical, or optical, anything. Suppose that if we can use the LVDT, so it displacement to pressure to displacement we can use. If for optical set, if we can use the photodiode, that intensity comes on it, so it converts the output. It gives the output voltages in a optical input, and output may be electrical signals. For a thermocouple for sensing the temperatures, a diaphragm and pressure gauge. Diaphragm sense the pressure and convert into displacement for pressure measurement. दूसरा, signal conditioning element, which signals we have got, the range is very small and we want to transfer one place to another resource. For that we can use the signal conditioning. After sensing the raw signal, often we require modification for better analysis transmission. This stages the signal to make it suitable for function to convert, amplify, filter, linearize the signals. Three steps mainly we can perform in a signal condition. पहला, convert usual form. दूसरा, amplify, filtering. If a noise is in the signals, we can filter. If the output non-linear, so we can linearize the output of the raw signals. Amplify to increase the signal strength. दूसरा, filter to remove the noise. So we can. दूसरा, signal transmission element. This element carries the signal from one part to another part. Similarly, we can discuss about the signal processing element. The stage process by transmission signal further, often conveying into a digital form or calculation. So this enhance the signal for better interpretation into a format. So right, and last step is a output display element. So the final stage instrument used to present and processed and display the unit. And last we will next topic we will discuss about the what is a classification sensor and transducers. So पहला first based on the power requirement we can categorize the sensors based on the पहला फर्स्ट एक्टिव ट्रांसड्यूसर दूसरा पैसिव the active the transducer active transducer they don't require any external energy sources but directly generate an electrical signal response to externally. दूसरा for example we could thermocouple, photodiode, piezoelectrics, these are the active sensors. Second, we will discuss about the passive sensors. What are the passive sensors? The sensors require external power. It's called excitation signals. The sensor modify the external signal to provide the output. Strain gauge, LVDT, all are the passive sensors. These are based on the contact or non-contact that required physical contact with the parameter to be measured, like so that require physical contact with the parameter to be measured, so like strain gauge, temperature sensors or the contact type. दूसरा non contact don't record the physical parameters like optical sensors, magnetic sensor and thermometers. These are the non contact type sensors. तीसरा based on the physical parameter is being measured. पहला physical parameters is flow. What is the first we will discuss about the physical parameter. Physical parameters means flow, level, temperature, pressures. These are the physical parameter. If we will talk about the flow measurement, as a differential pressure, positional displacement, vortex, thermal, thermal, mass flow meter,